Welcome to the Kind of Nerdy Girls podcast. Fandom, fun, funny.
Well, this is recording at a con, man. We got a garbage can rolling past us. We're live at GalaxyCon, and it is the Kind of Nerdy Girls. Here we go. Ping, 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 ping. Welcome to the Kind of Nerdy Girls podcast. My name's KJ. I'm Kind of Nerdy Girl, and I'm here with a couple kind of nerdy dudes because none of my girls are here. So, welcome to the Dude Extra Kind of Nerdy Girls.
The GalaxyCon edition.
Joining me today, producer Patches.
Hello.
Of course, actually producing and getting us through some little glitches along the way, recording on the road. And I am so excited. I have been on the Scene a Nerd podcast several times. Yep. Will and Sarah are good friends. We've never met in person, but here we are.
Yes.
We're a little social distance, but we made it. We made it to your. Is Raleigh your hometown?
So I live in the next town over in Durham.
Okay.
So
Durham.
when you get off at the airport, if you go left to go to Raleigh and you go right to go to Durham. So
I so wanted to go to Durham. I hope you don't judge me for this, but I'm a huge Duke fan.
I went to NC State, so here in Raleigh. So we have the mutual loathing for UNC. So that's all we need.
Perfect. That's
right. Good people. Yeah.
We're all about the Kind of Nerdy Girls. We look for the balance, right? We got to stay kind, but we don't have to be that kind to the Tar Heels.
So this is a triangle region, and I hate that Sarah can't join us, but it's obviously Saturday morning, and she's in Alaska, so it's like 4 a.m. for her right now. So I was like, So but she sends her regards.
For people who are listening to the Kind of Nerdy Girls who, for some crazy reason, haven't subscribed to Scene a Nerd, you're missing out because Will and Sarah are fantastic, and you guys get deep into the DC stuff, which is great. Over here on the Kind of Nerdy Girls, when we start talking DC, we usually end up trashing it. Sorry.
Sarah trashes DC too. She would fit right in. One time you should have her on because she would just get it. Yeah,
let Sarah know she's invited for the next trashing DC
she would be able
segment.
to. Even this week when we were talking about the whole issues with ScarJo and Marvel and the lawsuit with Black Widow and streaming and stuff, and we were like, Warner Brothers actually did something right this time and paid their talent because of this change. But even Sarah, she still found a way to get a dig in at DC and Warner.
Well, but to our defense, we enjoy the DC television shows,
right?
And like Titans, and I see your Doom Patrol T-shirt. We love Doom.
That's our favorite. That's our favorite. For sure.
It's so great, isn't it?
It is. I wish they would tell us when season 3 is going to drop.
We have been going slowly through it, savoring it. So we're episode 5 of season 2.
Yeah.
And really bummed, but totally understand. Brendan Fraser was supposed to be here at GalaxyCon. Raleigh is not here, but how fantastic is he in Doom Patrol?
He is amazing. I mean, I remember whenever we had Titans and DC Titans.
Yep.
When they first introduced the Doom Patrol, and then I immediately fell in love with Robot Man because, it wasn't one of the comic books I had read before, so it was a full introduction to the Doom Patrol for me in that episode of Titans. But then, of course, whenever Doom Patrol itself had its own series, definitely stand out for me is Cliff. And of course Crazy Jane and the whole cast really. And I love the way they've integrated Jovian Wade as far as he plays Cyborg, and I really love the way they integrated Cyborg into this team of misfits when he's coming from the mighty Justice League.
Right.
Yeah, that has been cool to see because they did, and not to trash DC, but I felt like Zack Snyder really kind of pushed him into that Justice League story, and not in a way that we fully understood why he was there.
Right.
Well, where this is such great character development for him.
Exactly. Well, that's why I love the multiverse, because you can have many iterations of these characters. So.
Right.
Yeah.
And we do love Marvel too, and we of course we're looking forward to what if coming up in a few weeks. So we just in our show this week we were laying out the remainder of 2021 as far as the schedule and just all the great content that we're going to have in the fall. It's just like
There is
amazing.
so much to come, and I am so bummed. And we're going to get into this because you got to keep me in line here, Producer
Yes.
Patches.
I could be a proper producer today.
Thank you. But I am super bummed, and I know you guys in your latest episode you talked about Black Widow and the lawsuit. I'm so bummed that so many things just have gone wrong for the Black Widow movie.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah.
Like just the timing of everything, what it should have been, how excited the fans were, all of us to have
You actually
it.
joined us with the recap of the Black Widow film. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's like, and I was so excited for the film and just sort of ignoring, like, it should have made more money, it
Yeah.
should have had the box office open it deserved, and then you hear some of this behind
I
the
don't know if
scenes
it's the
stuff.
algorithm or what, but ever since the word dropped about her lawsuit, I've seen like more advertisements on my timeline. It's like, damn,
They're like-
Disney's like,
Yeah.
it's like, are they like hype, going in overload here? It's like, no, we love this film. We love this film. Go see it in the theaters.
That, or they're like, we need more people to
Or-
watch it because all of a sudden we're going to scarge out a lot of money.
Yeah, we're going to be about 70 million in the hole, guys. Help us out.
Sarah said Thursday night when we were recording, they'll just use a cut of the end game money to for the settlement.
Yeah.
Right.
All right, GalaxyCon Raleigh. We actually are moments away from heading over there and getting set up with celeb photo ops.
Yes.
So we do some games on the show. We
Yeah.
play Wed Work with Wipeout. I didn't want to throw that on you because sometimes you really have to think about who you're going to marry, who you're going to work with, who you're going to kill, and also I didn't want to do who are you actually going to kill of the GalaxyCon guests?
As they could be walking
they
right
walk as they
behind
walk
us.
Oh,
by,
yeah, sorry, Stephen
I see
Amell.
Stephen running through the hall here.
You're toast. So instead, we're going to play a little bit nicer game. It's still an ultimatum game, but it's you can only keep one.
Okay.
So, and you can think about the characters that they play and decide based on that. We're not saying the other one's going to die, but in your world, you never get to see them again.
Okay.
Okay?
Fair
All
enough.
right.
Fair
All right.
enough.
So GalaxyCon Raleigh guests, you can only keep one. Stephen Amell
Okay.
or Giancarlo Esposito.
Oh, that's not fair. Giancarlo.
Giancarlo?
Yeah. The Boys season 2. That's all I got.
Yeah.
And I'll leave it there.
Wasn't he so great?
Yeah. Yeah.
And I mean, we were working with him yesterday, and I'm like, this is the guy who, got to wield the dark saber, for the first time, and he did it so well. He was so great, watching The Mandalorian and watching The Boys. Such different villains.
Yeah, almost simultaneously watching
Mm-hmm.
both shows, which was one of the best Giancarlo overloads you can get.
Totally,
right?
totally.
Yeah.
It's no disrespect to Steven, but whenever Pat, you just made the point. That just seeing those things parallel and the range, and Steven has great range too, and I'm looking forward to Hills. But
Yes.
Yeah.
but in this,
In this scenario. So, there goes Steven. Sorry, Steven.
Yeah.
Sorry, you're out of here. Keep walking. And some of these are weird because I'm just going down the list.
All right.
So, Lana,
Lana Puria.
Lana Puria.
Oh, okay.
Once Upon a Time. Or William Shatner.
Shatner.
Okay.
The goat.
No offense to Lana. She was a wonderful evil witch, right?
Yeah.
The evil queen.
It's the goat. It's Shatner.
I'm going Lana.
Are you?
Yeah, Lana's had a good run. Shatner's had a good run.
Oh, you
True.
want to play the game? If you want to play the game, then you got to choose between Steven and Giancarlo.
Giancarlo, come on.
really, I really like Steven.
I do too. He's
I like
fantastic,
Steven. Yeah,
but-
my wife and I we're watching Upload. I watched it before, and I was like, you got to watch
Yes,
it.
with Robbie and Mel.
Yeah, with Robbie, and I was like, we finished our run of other shows, and I was like, you need to watch this, and but one of the things she said about Robbie, Robbie actually reminds her of Tom Cruise's little brother or something like that.
Yes, he does.
Yeah, that totally makes sense.
Yeah, she's like, the Tom Cruise looking guy. I was like, Robbie? She's like, oh yeah, him. Yeah.
Okay, so the American Pie cast, a lot of them are here this weekend at GalaxyCon Raleigh. Tara Reid or Shannon Elizabeth?
Oh, Shannon.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to go Tara.
Are you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, just for the pure party alone.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean,
Yeah, it's just something about this Shannon and this and just thinking about Jason Biggs' character. I'm forgetting the the character in the movie name, but just their whole interaction and just that unattainable goal, and everything like just, so.
Right.
Yeah,
Yes. She was. Tara was like the girl everybody kind of got to like party with and stuff.
Yeah.
Where Shannon was the one that like you were shooting
the
for,
great white buffalo.
right?
Yeah. It's like the unicorn, It's
Yeah,
just like,
yeah.
All right, this is going to be a really strange one. Jason David Frank or Young MC, both guests at GalaxyCon Raleigh.
Who? Push. I don't know.
You can only keep one.
Old head, young MC.
Young MC, baby. Yeah, bust a move, right?
Yeah.
I'm with Will. 100%.
You are?
Yeah.
Although, Jason is, we've worked with Jason a lot of times. He's so, when you watch him with the kids, it's so amazing.
Just
stuff
with
he's
your
done.
Wish kids that you've worked with.
I've worked with him and some of my Make-A-Wish kids. So I'm going to keep Jason because, I can still keep Young MC bust a move on the radio.
Yeah.
So,
there you go.
Fair point.
All right. All right, what's coming up on Scene and Nerd?
So this week we are trying to decide if we're going to do we're going to definitely review the Suicide Squad.
Mm-hmm. Oh my gosh, yes.
Holy crap, it's out, isn't it?
So we're not going to drop our show on Friday like we normally do.
Okay.
But we are either going to do audio podcast review or we may do a watch along. It'll probably be pre-recorded, but
okay.
Where we'll do a video that we'll post on YouTube and of course.
Oh, that's fun. So you guys watch it together?
Yeah, so we'll watch it together. So we're just we talked about it some, and stay tuned. We'll let folks know what we finally decide this week. But
right.
Our next thing will be the Suicide Squad, and then the following week we'll get back to our normal schedule. Given that everything is dropping the week of August, I guess 7th. That is.
I know.
We'll have Superman and Lois coming back. We'll have Stargirl premiering. What If?
And Titans.
And Titans, yeah. So Titans will probably be doing that off cycle because we record on Thursdays.
Mm-hmm.
So it'll be kind of hard for us just because of the time
zone. And I'm super pumped for Stargirl. I'm so pumped.
Yeah.
I had so much fun with that show.
That was a surprise.
That
Wasn't
was,
it?
That was like that you could just turn your brain off and just watch a fun comic book show.
Yeah.
I mean, you didn't really have to even know anything about the characters. You had no pretense to it. You just click off and just enjoy. And that was
I just remember
kind
that,
of
like
a rarity.
The opening, I'm like, Luke Wilson is a Stargirl?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. But looking ahead to season 2, it's like, Josh McHale's going to be back. And it's the way that, spoiler alert, if you haven't watched the season 1, there is things happen that will set up season 2. And of course, John Wesley Shipp is going to be crossing over from Earth Prime, I guess now is where Jay Garrick is, and will be there. So, I
love John Wesley Shipp. He is so fantastic.
Yeah. I actually, speaking of GalaxyCon, I actually got to meet him at one of the ones that was here in Raleigh a few years ago.
Oh, did you? Isn't he lovely?
He is. I mean, he is amazing. He actually, he's very active on social and with fans and stuff, and he will remember you. He actually does remember his interactions with you.
We did a con with him. He came to PopCon, which is our Indianapolis convention, and our producer, where our booth was set up, was literally facing his autograph table, and she spent the entire weekend just terrified, and she just loves him so much. And I finally marched her over there, and it literally said to him, I'm like, she has been fangirling you all weekend long. And, he was so nice. It's almost like he got it. Like, you're nervous? Let me put you at ease.
An interesting note about him. He's actually, speaking that we're here in Raleigh, he actually lived here in Raleigh growing up. His father was, I think he helped run the seminary up in Wake Forest or something like that. Yeah, so he has a little local connection here.
Oh, wow. Very cool.
Yeah, so that's pretty fun.
Fun
and speaking of fangirling, Giancarlo Esposito did a radio tour not too long ago.
Yeah.
And she had mentioned that to him yesterday in the photo op. He's like, yes, I absolutely remember that voice.
Oh, my gosh.
She totally fangirled. You should see the picture.
Well, I had it totally together. Because I'm like, last one in the room. I'm like, you're all done unless you're okay. Like, if we can get a picture with you. I'm so excited. We talked on your last radio tour, and he was like, yeah, I totally remember that voice. And I was like, and so the picture is literally me going,
yeah. That's great. Yeah.
I'm like, I ripped it up, and I'm like, oh, fangirl face. Dang it.
Yeah. But that's awesome. That's awesome. That's one of the great things about the cons. I know here in North Carolina, in addition to GalaxyCon, there's hopefully maybe they'll get back on track in 2022 when things cool off. But there's North Carolina Comic-Con that's held in Durham, where I live, and they have many folks at Garrett Way a few years ago. I think it was the last one right before the pandemic, and of course talking about Umbrella Academy, and got to meet Greg Kipes from. And which was really cool because my son's a huge fan of Teen Titans Go. So we actually so we got to sit down and talk with him about that. My son got to ask him a few questions about the show and Beast Boy and all that kind of stuff. So,
that's fantastic.
It's just so cool that we as fans live in a world now where we actually can go to these conventions, see the panels, have some of that interaction. Because I mean, growing up, I would have never thought anything that I ever watched that I would get to go somewhere and meet that actor or that star.
That's so true. That's so cool. I know growing up, I grew up outside of Charlotte, and so there used to be comic book conventions I used to go to years ago. So so I had gotten so my dad and mom would take me and get to go to some of those events, and so I've been a long time con attendee for whenever I had the opportunity. But
that's awesome. Well, we appreciate you taking the time to come hang out in the lobby here with us. We're going to go set up and get some photos with their favorite celebrities today. You heard Will give you this very, very well organized rundown of what you can expect from Scene and Nerd. As you know, the kind of nerdy girls, you never know what to expect. I can't even tell you when
very measured, metered out kind of nerdy.
Can't even tell you when we'll record next week.
It's funny. A lot of weeks like this week, we were like, we had one thing in mind, and because with the Olympics, and then it's like everything's on pause, and and then it's just like we went from no content to having all kinds of content in the world, but
these guys, I guest on their show. I get a roadmap 2 days before. I'm oh boy, when you come on our show, there's no roadmap.
Yeah, it's very much throw it against the wall and see if it sticks. Yeah.
Again, it's Scene and Nerd in all the places.
Yeah, you can find us wherever you get podcasts. You go to our website. You can find us there, www.sceneandnerdpodcast.com. And follow us. We'd love to have you join us in our craziness.
All right, Nerds Unite.
Subscribe,
So great to meet you in person finally.
Great to meet you in person. Thanks for having me. Have fun at the con. And
thank you.
Yeah, look forward to doing this again.
All right, and you guys know all the stuff and things, how to find us is coming up right after the jingle.